Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today, I would like to go over how you can start using Bitcoin in just 5 easy steps. Bitcoin is an open source cryptographic currency that uses peer-to-peer technology, rendering central banks like the Federal Reserve essentially useless. Because central authorities do not own or control Bitcoin, its value is determined subjectively by individuals who voluntarily decide to use and exchange Bitcoin, as opposed to the whim of some controller. Unlike fiat currencies, Bitcoin is limited in supply and is not debt-based. Sound interesting? Here are 5 easy steps that you can take to start using Bitcoin. Step 1. Educate yourself. There are some important things that you should know about Bitcoin before you start using it. These include securing your Bitcoin wallet, protecting your privacy, and understanding risks while debunking the myths. Securing your Bitcoin wallet is no more important than it is to secure one's personal wallet or purse. When you create a Bitcoin wallet, a file is created on your computer or cell phone. You should copy this file on multiple devices like CD-ROMs and USB drives. Individuals can even print their wallet on paper or store an encrypted backup online. When a user creates a Bitcoin wallet, whether on a smartphone or a desktop computer, there is often the option of encrypting the wallet. Encrypting the Bitcoin wallet with a strong password will ensure that a thief cannot access the contents of your wallet if they steal it. What encryption is to Bitcoin, a safe is to gold. Protecting your privacy requires that you understand the traceability of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not anonymous, but there are steps that individuals can take to become more anonymous. Some of these methods include exchanging Bitcoin over the Tor anonymity network, using coin mixing services, and creating a new Bitcoin address for each transaction. Understanding the risks and debunking the myths are also important before one should consider using Bitcoin. As Bitcoin is still in its early stages, the price of Bitcoin is volatile. The currency is still experimental, which is why one should keep their Bitcoin software updated. There are some that suggest that the value of Bitcoin is determined by how much electricity is used by computers to mine from the limited supply. On the contrary to the labor theory of value, Bitcoin derive their value subjectively by individuals. Another common myth or misunderstanding is that individuals must purchase at least 1 Bitcoin, but the price of 1 Bitcoin can be expensive. Bitcoins, however, are divisible down to 8 decimal places, so fractions of a Bitcoin can be acquired. Step 2. Create a Bitcoin wallet. The fastest and most simple way to create a Bitcoin wallet is by signing up with an online service like Circle or Coinbase. These services create online Bitcoin wallets that are protected with your password. From there, you can easily create Bitcoin addresses, generate paper wallets, and receive online payments in Bitcoin. By linking your bank account to one of these reputable distributors, you can purchase Bitcoin at the click of a button. It should be noted, however, that online wallets are vulnerable to security breaches. Multi-factor authentication is recommended, and few should consider storing large amounts of Bitcoin in online wallets for a long period of time. In contrast, creating a Bitcoin wallet on a local device gives the user a great deal of autonomy and some increased security. For example, one can improve their anonymity by sending a transaction over Tor, something that can't be done with an online service like Circle or Coinbase. To begin, head over to the Bitcoin wallet page over at bitcoin.org to choose a wallet for your cell phone or desktop computer. Wallets exist for Android, iOS, BlackBerry, Windows, Mac, and Linux. For the purposes of this walkthrough, we will examine how to set up the Bitcoin Core software, which is available on a majority of operating systems. To begin, download Bitcoin Core from Bitcoin's official website. Run the installation software, clicking Next, Next, Install, and that's it. You now have Bitcoin Core installed and can proceed to create a new wallet by running the newly installed software. When you first run Bitcoin Core, you will need to proceed through the Welcome wizard. Choose a data directory to store the blockchain, which serves as the public ledger of transactions, and click OK. If you have a firewall, you may be prompted to make an exception for the Bitcoin Core. Do so. You have now successfully created a Bitcoin wallet and can proceed on to step 3. Step 3. Encrypt your wallet. After creating your wallet, you should immediately encrypt your wallet with a strong password. A strong password is one that is greater than 15 characters and uses a combination of uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. Mix acronyms, favorite beverages, quotes, numbers, and a favorite symbol to create a secure and memorable password. To encrypt your wallet in Bitcoin Core, select Settings and then Encrypt Wallet. From there, you will be prompted to enter a password. Enter a secure password and click OK. Please note that if you forget your password, you will lose all of your Bitcoins that were in that wallet. Step 4. Create a Bitcoin address. Bitcoin addresses are used to receive Bitcoin. They are meant to be single-use tokens that are generated for each unique transaction. To create your first Bitcoin address, go to the Receive tab. Once there, you will notice 3 fields, all of which are optional. In the first field, the label field, you may add an optional label to describe the type of transaction, like a withdrawal, a payment, a donation, etc. Just below that, in the amount field, you may add an optional amount of Bitcoin to request from those who receive your URI or QR code, which we'll talk about in just a moment. Just below that, the message field, you may add an optional message to the payment request from those who receive your URI or QR code. So after you fill in these 3 optional fields to your liking, go ahead and click the Request Payment button at the bottom. This will create a single-use Bitcoin address, which will display in a new window. When this new window opens up, you will notice an image and some payment information below that. Starting at the payment information, the first thing you might notice is the URI, which is your Bitcoin address with some additional optional information, like the optional payment amount request and the optional message. So then just below that, where it says address, this is your actual Bitcoin address, which you can give out to other people, and then they would send Bitcoin to that address. Just below that, your label, that describes the type of transaction. And then above all of this payment information is an image that looks sort of like a maze. That is called your QR code, and it can be scanned by cameras, phones, tablets, other devices to extract your Bitcoin address and optional information that may be associated with that address. Step 5. Purchase Bitcoin and begin making transactions. Bitcoin can be purchased in many currencies online from distributors like Circle and Coinbase. Some services allow you to purchase Bitcoin using prepaid debit cards, while others allow you to link up your bank account to quickly make purchases. If you prefer to pay in cash, find local Bitcoin exchangers in your city over at localbitcoins.com. If you purchase Bitcoins locally, you will need to provide the other party with one of your Bitcoin addresses generated in Step 4. If you purchase your coins from an online distributor, on the other hand, those coins will appear in your online wallet. In that case, you can either choose to leave your Bitcoins in your online wallet or transfer them to one of your wallets on your smartphone or desktop computer. To send Bitcoins from your Coinbase wallet, for instance, hit the Send Money link on the homepage. A new window will open, prompting you to enter the amount of Bitcoin you wish to send to a Bitcoin address. Similarly, to send Bitcoins from Bitcoin Core, click the Send tab. From there, you will notice 3 required fields. First is the Pay To field. This is the Bitcoin address that you will be sending Bitcoins to. Second is the Label field. This is a label that you will associate with the transaction, for example, payment for groceries. Then third is the Amount field. This is the amount of Bitcoin to send. Once the 3 fields are filled in, hit the Send button, and please note that there is no possible way to revert a Bitcoin transaction after a payment has been sent. Therefore, it is crucial to double and triple check each of these required fields before hitting the Send button. In conclusion, now that you have installed Bitcoin software, created and encrypted a wallet, know how to receive Bitcoin payments, and know how to purchase and send Bitcoin, you are now ready to start using Bitcoin. Be sure to remember some of the tips mentioned in Step 1, and never stop educating yourself about Bitcoin and free markets. Welcome to Bitcoin,